Where has the essence and culture of martial arts came from? Truth be told, that every civilization had a necessity for fighting techniques to defend themselves and better well-being. Years of discipline, perseverance, and repetition, an array set of skills to align mind, body, and spirit, originate as forms of self-defense or attack. Jiu-jitsu, judo, kenjutsu, kendo, aikijitsu, or aikido, from the original art jitsu, derives the root art or technique. Most would think martial arts came from the Oriental arts, not necessarily, to be exact. It's actually been for centuries that sophisticated Western European martial arts existed, combat proven in battlefields to artwork in Scandinavia to the Mediterranean, from Spain to Russia, from Near East across to the New World. In Latin, the English term martial arts came from the arts of Mars, otherwise the Roman god of war. The earliest known term defining martial arts as defining skills was as early as the 1550s, specifically known on art of defense, knightly prowess in arms, or commonly known fencing, having a far more meaning than swordplay. Hema, in other words, refers to the origin of historical European martial arts, swords, daggers, grappling to unarmed opponents. Evidence for every civilization has its own story of martial arts. Martial art has very, very deep meaning because as a martial art, as a human being, everyone has different but the same realization and experience from these arts. Ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself. Time and time again, we have created new walks of life through the sword and the fist. Greatness in every time. The list goes on. Egyptians left behind hieroglyphic armed and unarmed fighting techniques carved on walls, ostracan, and limestones, including the Montu arts. Tatib is the modern Egyptian term for a stick fighting material art. Various versions of Tatib, described as martial practice and dance rituals, oldest traces were found in southwest Cairo and deep necropolis. African, Egyptian, or Kemet karate, otherwise a common term defining Egyptian fighting, would be the Montu arts. One is starting with the stick fighting style named Tatib. The main goal in Tatib, with archery and wrestling included in the training, was made important to reach the opponent's head with their sticks, clubs alike, and other weaponry, since the head is considered as being the most important and fragile, vulnerable part of the body. The most developed contact in modern Tatib revolve around the protection, including ancient Greece, recorded evidence of literature using wrestling, boxing, and pancration, a style of fighting which was not necessarily MMA or self-defense, but meaningly in all skills, a versatile of techniques of knowledge, showing that ancient warriors from the Romans to Spartans, utilizing this type of knowledge, introduced into the Greek Olympic Games in 648 BC as a blend of boxing and wrestling with scarce amount of rules. Pancration is the term from the Free Greeks literally meaning all of might. From pan, all, kratos, strength, might, and power. In Greek mythology, it was said that the heroes Hercules, and Theseus created pancration, combining the two into one of the resolutions to defeating the mythical creature.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Okay,
So how old are you?
61.
What type of martial arts do you like right now?
Taekwondo was my primary one, but I got to like Hapkido.
What made you want to practice?
Well, years ago I had a very bad problem with getting mad, controlling my temper. So I didn't like that. So I studied martial arts so I could calm myself down and grow more respect towards people. and control myself and my temper.
What inspires you
What inspires me?
for martial arts?
Well, being knowledgeable in the martial art or arts in itself, and then knowing that you can use it to defend yourself or defend somebody else, but also in the same hand too, same token that even though however good you think you are in your ability in martial arts, that there's always somebody that's better than you.
How long did you practice?
I studied Taekwondo for like about 11 years and studied Hapkido for about almost a year.
What did you learn from it?
I learned what's that, a knowledge of martial arts, being humble, learning the skill, learning how to use that skill, and just gaining a more respect for other people too.
And what would be your message and advice to the youth in martial arts?
Well, I think nowadays the way the social thing is in the times now that we face, that I think martial arts is actually a good thing because people will gain more respect, be able to control their behavior, build self-confidence, also learn how to defend themselves whenever they have to defend themselves or somebody that needs to be defended. I think it's a good thing. I wish more people would study, but some people just can't afford to pay for the lessons to study.
Anything else would you like to say about it?
Yeah, I think kids that they study, I think they should start studying at an age maybe like about 8 years old and not younger than that, because really when you're like 8 and older, you have more, your attention span is greater than if you were studying that if you're like 5 or 6 years old. You're not really understanding and having the patience to really learn the way you need to. So it's better if the kid learns to study at 8 or 9 years old and older. Then they'll probably enjoy it more because they'll understand what they're learning.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
you're welcome.